I was wiping a smear of hot chocolate from my daughter's chin when my phone vibrated. A message from my mother. Short, sugary, and laced with venom. "We're celebrating Christmas only with the well-behaved kids. Yours can sit this one out." My daughter looked up at me the way children do when they sense something cracking in the air. Her smile faltered, her eyes shimmered, and that familiar sting, the one I'd buried for years, rose in my chest again. So I typed back, steady and cold as steel dipped in water. "Understood. I'll cancel my card for the event." Minutes later, the family group chat exploded with photos, everyone already seated, all grins and wine glasses lifted, my empty chair among them like it didn't matter. They had no idea what I knew. They had no clue what I had set in motion. And none of them realized this would be the last Christmas they laughed at my daughter's expense. Once, I thought my family was unbreakable. Back when my mother called me her dependable one, the daughter who kept everything glued together. She would tuck my hair behind my ear and tell me I carried her strength. But strength is strange. Some people build it. Others siphon it from whoever lets them. I didn't understand that difference back then. When my father died, I became the placeholder, the stand-in she clung to until my daughter was born. Then everything shifted. Every insecurity she'd masked behind polite smiles turned solid, sharp, judgmental. "She's too loud. She's too emotional. She needs stricter parenting." My daughter was only 4. But the day I married someone she didn't approve of, the distance became obvious, cold, consistent, measurable. I just hadn't wanted to acknowledge it. The signs started small. An invitation that never came. A family trip I only discovered through a tagged photo. A dinner she insisted she'd told me about, though she never had. And then my daughter's birthday party, when my mother arrived 2 hours late and left 10 minutes after. I had a migraine, she'd claimed. But the wine on her breath told another story. And my sister accidentally confirmed it a week later, scrolling through her phone. "We stayed at the vineyard until 8, she said. 8. Right when my daughter blew out her candles alone. That was the first piece of undeniable truth. Something in me shut quietly, like a door being locked at last. I didn't confront her, didn't cry, didn't beg for apologies disguised as explanations. People like my mother don't apologize. They twist the blade, then act shocked you're bleeding. So I made a plan. My name still sat on every family account, the event card, the reservation accounts, the holiday memberships. I'd created them years ago. They'd forgotten. I never did. Slow revenge doesn't need fury. Just patience. Right before Christmas, I went over the numbers. Every reservation, every holiday order, every bottle of wine, all prepaid using my accounts. And then I waited. When they told my daughter she wasn't welcome, that was the final confirmation. The cruelty wasn't accidental. It was deliberate. Calculated. So my response would be too. I cancelled everything. The catering. The wine shipment. The room reservation. The prepaid holiday dinner they were sitting at, snapping photos like teens. No warnings. No boasting. No satisfaction needed. Justice works best on its own clock. At 6:42 p.m., the restaurant manager approached their table with a polite smile and a bill big enough to hush a choir. I pictured my mother's face falling first, arrogance draining into panic, my sister fumbling through her purse, my brother-in-law muttering as the server explained. "There's an issue with the card on file. It's been cancelled." The selfies stopped instantly. My phone lit up. First a text. Then another. Then a call. I ignored them. Instead, I sent one message, mirroring her tone, just without the sweetness. "Since only well-behaved kids were invited, I figured you wouldn't need my support this year. Enjoy the night." Silence. Then, "Are you serious? We're stuck with a $1,200 bill." I replied. Understood just that. Exactly the way she had dismissed my daughter. I imagined the lesson sinking into her like winter cold, slow, sharp, permanent. Later that night, my daughter curled into my arms, warm and trusting. She didn't know what I'd done. She didn't need to. All she needed was this, my steady voice, my arms around her, the unshakable promise that she would never again be the punchline of someone's cruelty, not even families. Strength isn't passed down. It's chosen. My mother once claimed I inherited hers. She was wrong. I built my own. And I finally used it.